Hi, today we will learn Wheatstone bridge. It is one of the application of Kirchhoff's loop law. Wheatstone bridge simplifies the solution of a complicated circuit. So let me today start Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge. So if you have such kind of circuit in which 4 resistors are connected in a rectangular shape in this way, and along any 2 ends of this connection, if we connect a galvanometer which is having resistance Rg, and across any to another end if you connect a source of EMF, then such combination of resistances and calculation of current, calculation of resistances, voltage, all becomes very simple by using the theory of a balanced Wheatstone bridge. So let me first of all simplify by taking the values of resistance as R1, R2, R3, R4. Suppose there are 4 resistors and a galvanometer is there which is having a resistance Rg, and a current I is flowing from a source of EMF E to these resistors. So the I will be separated into part I1, I2, and further the I will be divided into Ig. So I1, and here you have I will be I3, here you have I will be I4, where you can see that I1 is equal to I3 plus Ig, because at this very point you can see I1 is divided into 2 parts, I3 plus Ig, and at this very point the 2 currents Ig and I2 combine to form I4. Therefore this is your, let me delete, this is your I1 only, I1, and therefore I4 is equal to, here you can see that I4 is a combination of I2 and Ig. Now every current in each resistor is specified here. Let me take a sense of how current is flowing in the two parts. And now I am using Kirchhoff's loop law. Now on using Kirchhoff's loop law in, okay, let me name A, B, C, D. In A, B, D, A, in loop A, B, D, A. So all the potential gains and resistors which are in the sense of what we have taken in the sense of flow of current should be taken as positive in this very scheme. So I1 R1, here current is flowing in the same sense. So IG RG plus IG RG. But here the direction of current flow, and we have chosen the direction, they are in opposite sense. So we should take minus I2 R2. And in a loop, the sum of all potential drops must be equal to 0. So here we get one equation. Now in loop BCDB, on applying Kirchhoff's law, so here we have taken the order in this way. So all the potential gains in this way I am going to take positive. So IG RG plus here also in this very arm DC, the current is flowing in the same sense in which I have taken the order. So it is your I4 R4. But when you find the direction of flow of current and the direction I have selected, they are countering each other. So here you should write minus R3 I3. Minus R3 I3 is equal to 0. Now when you suppose that current through this galvanometer is 0, let the current through the galvanometer is 0, then equation 1 and 2 becomes I1 R1 is equal to I2 R2. I1 R1 is equal to I2 R2, and I3 R3 is equal to I4 R4. Now on dividing the two, A and B, we get that I1 R1 by I3 R3 is equal to I2 R2 upon I4 R4. Also from 1 and 2. We have supposed that current through galvanometer is 0, so let me make this term 0. So I1 is equal to R3. I1 is equal to I3. And as Ig is equal to 0. I2 is equal to I4. Therefore in C you can cancel I1 and I3 and you can get R1 upon R3 is equal to R2 upon R4. Or also you can write by changing the sides of R3 and R2, you can get R1 upon R2 is equal to R3 upon R4. So this is the condition for a balanced Wheatstone bridge. This is the condition. That when Ig is equal to 0 means when current through the middle arm is 0, then the ratio of the two resistance R1 upon R2 must be equal to ratio upon the other two resistances R3 upon R4. So this is a condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge. Do remember, this is a condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge. Now let us do some numericals based on this. So this is your first one. So in this question, you have to find the value of unknown resistor X. This thing you have to find out. If no current flows through the section AO. So when you open the circuit, okay, this is your Wheatstone bridge. This is in the form of Wheatstone bridge. It is forming a rectangle. You can see this is forming a rectangle. Okay, and if no current is flowing through this middle arm, it means it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. So you have to calculate two things. Number one, find X ohm. Number two, you have to calculate current drawn by the circuit from battery of EMF I equivalent is equal to what. So all these things you have to draw, you have to find. And here circuit is redrawn in a simpler form so that we can see a construction of a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Here from this arm no current is flowing, so ratio of the two resistances must be same. This is a case of a balanced Wheatstone bridge. With IAO is equal to 0. Therefore, R1 by R2 must be equal to R3 upon R4, and therefore 2 upon 3 must be equal to 4 upon x, and therefore x is equal to 3 into 4 upon 2, and this is 6 ohm. So one answer I obtained. Now second one. So we assume that in this very circuit we should assume that there is no middle arm. There is no middle arm. And then we need to find the equivalent resistance. So when there is no middle arm, edge IAD is equal to 0. IAO is equal to 0. So when there is no middle arm, the equivalent resistance are equivalent in BAC, in BAC is equal to 2 plus 4 ohm, and this is equal to 6 ohm. Similarly, R equivalent in BOC, from lower side, BOC, and this is equal to 3 plus 6 is equal to 9 ohm. So let me simplify the circuit diagram. Here you have 6 ohm, here you have 9 ohm, and it is connected to a battery of potential difference. It is given 6 volt, and you have to find current in this circuit. Now R equivalent, and the two ends are called B and C. B and C. Now R equivalent of BC is equal to 6 into 9 upon 6 plus 9 ohm. Using this law, 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Parallel combination of resistances. Therefore, RBC is equal to 6 into 9 upon 15. 3 5 are 15, 3 3 are 9. 18 by 5 ohm. Now, when you use Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. V is given 6 volt. I you have to find out, and R you have obtained 18 upon 5, and therefore I comes equal to 6 into 5 upon 18. Therefore I comes equal to 5 upon 3 ampere. So this is the result of your second question. Now next question. Next question I am selecting. Find out the magnitude of resistance X. You have to find this X. When no current is flowing through 5 ohm resistor. Here you have no current flowing through this 5 ohm resistor. So this is same as a balanced Wheatstone bridge. X ohm, 2 ohm, X ohm, 2 ohm, here you have 18 ohm, and here you have again 6 ohm, and from the middle arm no current here I through 5 ohm resistor is equal to 0. Therefore the circuit is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. It implies that x upon 2 must be equal to 18 upon 6. Therefore, x comes equal to 3 into 2, and that is 6 ohm. Answer. Now next question. So this is how you will be doing these simple numericals. Balanced Wheatstone bridge simplify the solution of any circuit, complicated circuit. Here this one. In this very question, the galvanometer in each of the following two circuits does not show any deflection. So it is clear that no current is flowing through this in each of the two circuits. Okay, here also no current. Ig is equal to 0. Ig is equal to 0. Find the ratio of resistances 1 and 2 used in these two circuits. So you have to find ratio of resistances R1 to R2. From here you will be finding R1, and from here you will be finding R2, and then you will find ratio of R1 and R2. As you know that galvanometer can be connected to any two opposite ends. So if a battery is connected along the middle arm, there is no any difference than a Wheatstone bridge. It is similar to a Wheatstone bridge construction, but the position of is changed. So it will be doing exactly as a Wheatstone bridge. So let me start. In circuit 1, which is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, okay, the ratio of 4 upon 6 must be equal to R1 upon 9, as R1 upon R2 must be equal to R3 upon R4. Therefore, R1 comes equal to 4 into 9 upon 6, and this is your 6 ohm. When you simplify, you will find R1 comes equal to 6 ohm. Now in circuit 2, you can see it is also a case of balanced Wheatstone bridge, and R2 upon 8 must be equal to 6 upon 12. R2 upon 8, okay, 6 upon 12. Therefore, R2 comes equal to 8 upon 3 ohm. Now, ratio of R1 upon ratio R, okay. Ratio R1 upon R2 comes equal to 6 divided by 8 upon 3, and this is equal to 6 ohm divided by 8 upon 3 ohm, and this is equal to 6 ohm into 3 upon 8 ohm, and here ohm is cancelled, and 2 3 are 6, 2 4 are 8. 9 upon 4. So the ratio comes equal to 9:4. Therefore, R1 is to R2 is equal to 9:4. Answer. So this is how you will be doing the questions. Now, last question I am going to take. This question. Very simple question. Calculate the current drawn from the battery. Okay, you have to calculate what current is drawn from the battery. I is equal to what. And you could see here you have not told that it is a balanced, but when you find the ratio 1:2, here also it comes 1:2. Ratio is same, so it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. So RAB upon RAD is equal to 1/2. Also, RBC upon RDC is equal to 2/4, that is equal to 1/2. Therefore, ratio is same. Therefore, RAB upon RAD is equal to RBC upon RDC. And therefore, the circuit is a balanced Wheatstone bridge means no current is flowing through the arm BD. Now, R equivalent of ABC. RABC is equal to 1 plus 2 ohm is equal to 3 ohm. You could see here 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and then 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Okay. And RADC is equal to 2 plus 4 ohm is equal to 6 ohm. Therefore, R equivalent of A and C, they are in parallel. Here you could see that. Let me simplify the circuit diagram. Here you have A, here you have C, and this is 3 ohm after simplification, and this has become 6 ohm. So therefore, RAC can be written as 3 into 6 upon 3 plus 6. 1 by R equivalent in parallel is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So by this equation you can get this one. This is equal to 3 into 6 upon 9. So R equivalent comes equal to 2 ohm, and given V is equal to, V is given 4 ohm, 4 volt. Okay, 4 volt. Now from Ohm's law, you will use Ohm's law. You have obtained equivalent of resistance. So this equivalent resistance has come equal to 2 ohm. V is given, and very simply using Ohm's law you can obtain a value of I. Now using Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR, or 4 is equal to I into 2. Therefore I is equal to 4 by 2 ampere. Okay, therefore I comes equal to 2 ampere answer. So now I conclude